If you spent 5 minutes in front of a TV over the weekend, I sure hope you saw and heard this.
Daytona International Speedway, we love our country, and it's truly an honor to be with all of you at the great American race. Gentlemen, start your engines.
And with that, of course, a massive flyover, all the pomp and circumstance on display at the Daytona 500. He took the Beast, which is, of course, the armored Cadillac limousine that the president rides in, and he literally took a lap around the track, much to the delight of the 200,000 plus people in attendance. This was a Trump campaign rally on steroids, and of course, that's what people are furious about, because it, seemed and felt like kind of a big Trump rally. It's a big MAGA rally. Look at that. He took and it was a glorious sight to see the Beast. It was a small motorcade. Typically they have two motorcades. I've seen presidential motorcades, two limousines rather. I've seen presidential motorcades in person here in New York and also in Washington, D.C. They have two identical Cadillac stretch limos that look like the president. They do that, of course, for decoy purposes. Just heaven forbid if anybody tries to do something, at least they got a 50-50 chance of getting the wrong one. They do that with Air Force One, incidentally. They also have two 747s that do the same thing. Two planes, I guess, that fly in proximity to one another, so you don't really know which of the planes the president is on. You just look at that and you say, how do you top that? Who's going to beat that? Mini Mike Bloomberg? Well, now he's got a problem. Now he's infuriated farmers. They found a video of Mike Bloomberg at a 2016 event where he really mocked farmers. I can teach anybody how to be a farmer. You dig a hole, you put the seed, and you watch the corn come up. But if you use technology, now you got to be smart. You got to have more gray matter than farmers, because farmers are a bunch of dummies. You don't think he said that? Well, we've got the clip, cut one, from Grabian.
I could teach anybody, even people in this room, so no offense intended, to be a farmer. It's a process. You dig a hole, you put a seed in, you put dirt on top, add water, up comes the corn. Then we had 300, you could learn that. Then you have 300 years of the Industrial Society. You put the piece of metal on the lathe, you turn the crank in the direction of the arrow, and you can have a job. And we created a lot of jobs. The information economy is fundamentally different because it's built around replacing people with technology. And the skill sets that you have to learn are how to think and analyze. And that is a whole degree level different. You have to have a different skill set. You have to have a lot more gray matter.
Got to have a lot more gray matter than those dummy farmers. And incidentally, I got a lot of email over the weekend from people who saw these clips, that clip. Farmers use a lot of technology. Today's farmer is not out there, with just like a sickle and driving around on a donkey. They use a lot of technology, but he wouldn't know that because he is completely out of touch. And frankly, he doesn't care about middle Americans. Donald Trump would never make a statement like that. He may make a lot of things that will say a lot of things that will rub you the wrong way. You may not like some of the fights that he's in with people. You may disagree with his tactics. You may wish that he tweeted less, was a little bit more genteel. Frankly, you could argue that what Michael Bloomberg was caught on tape saying back in 2016, not that long ago, is way more offensive than calling somebody a dummy or low-energy Jeb or whatever. You could argue that an attack like that on the intellect and the abilities of the entire farming industry is a lot more destructive than anything Donald Trump has ever said. He would never say that about hardworking Americans. Michael Bloomberg wouldn't last 2 days on a farm. And, you know, nobody begrudges him his wealth. Nobody is, you know, dissatisfied with the fact that he is supposedly the self-made man that he is. He is a billionaire. He's got a brand, the whole worldwide Bloomberg brand. But to disparage farmers that way as being a bunch of big dummies, all they got to do is put a hole in the ground, put in the seed and watch the corn come up, and I can teach anybody how to do that. But now to use technology, you got to be smart. What a disgraceful, you don't need me to tell you how bad that is.